glad you guys are here for this.
Yeah.
Here's a map
in the
of where things are. Here you can sign up for Reiki and massage. Both of you can. So
That would be fine.
I want to thank you all for coming this weekend. I know it took a lot of courage and bravery for you to accept our invitation however you got it. We're all here for the same reason, but yet different reasons. We're here to share our stories.
I'm Jaylyn. I was diagnosed with colon cancer about 2.5 years ago. And then my last PET scan was not good. And this is my husband, Ricardo.
Hey, buddy. I'm Dave. They did a scan and said, well, it's not kidney stones, it's not gallbladder. It's we found mass on your kidney, mass in your colon, and spots in your liver. That's where I am, and this is my wonderful wife, Elizabeth.
My name's Kareem. I initially went in for a doctor's visit because I was feeling a lot of fatigue. So a few months later, right after my 30th birthday, I went in, got the colonoscopy, and that was when they found a primary tumor in my colon. CAT scan shortly after that, they found that it had actually metastasized to my liver, lymph nodes, and lungs. A month after that, I met my fiance.
I'm just here for him.
Well, thank you for being here.
Amen.
I'm Dennis. I've had colon cancer since, 2004? There was 6 different types of drugs for the type of colon cancer I had, and I went through all 6 of them. I wouldn't be here talking today if it wasn't for my wife. She backs me up 1,000%. I wouldn't be able to do it. I would have gave up a long time ago.
I always know when there's something wrong with him before the doctors know.
Release.
And I think that's a big
And
thing.
renew. Receive. And reflect. Living with metastatic colon cancer. A couples retreat.
In some ways, it's just a wonderful thing to live with death at your shoulder because you appreciate everything that's happening to you. You live in the present. You love your kids. You love your family. And when you think you're going to live forever, you take things for granted. So it's a blessing. It's a sucky blessing.
There is no simple way to live with this diagnosis. Metastatic cancer, by definition, draws lines through hopes and dreams. Learning to cope.
It gave me time to think, reflect.
Learning to prepare as a patient or a caregiver for changes to come.
I always recommend, if you're applying for Social Security,
This couples retreat has answers.
they have to credit you with the period.
It is a safe haven,
Is that when I went, we went through
a place where experts who know about the hard decisions that lie ahead come with information, guidance, and reassuring words.
I think the best treatment is a multidisciplinary team that takes care of you as a person and that manages your cancer and whatever weapons we have to fight.
Second opinions when you have a serious diagnosis of any kind, cancer, anything. That's when you want to make sure that multiple people would look at this the same way.
Life insurance. If you can get life insurance, get it. If you've got it, do everything you can to increase it.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be a spouse? Am I supposed to be a nurse? Am I supposed to be an advocate? Am I supposed to be a bulldog?
So we're going to start with the progressive relaxation techniques, okay? Starting from your toes and working towards your head, and then it's eventually a whole body contraction.
You do need protein, because protein is the building blocks of cells. So we're killing bad tissue, but we also kill good tissue through all of our therapy. So to repair your healthy tissue, you need those building blocks.
Anybody else?
sex.
All right. Absolutely.
We're talking about quality of life, right?
Anything else?
She underlined that one twice.
My story's not probably very different from yours. Just different characters, time and place. And so here in this arena, we bond, and we are not alone. In a way, it's our story, the story of being a caregiver.
Caregiving. If ever there was a multidisciplinary task with little training, this is it.
You have to find a way to talk to them, and sometimes fighting with them isn't necessarily the solution because it can get frustrating. I mean, you trying to push that person, and you end up in a battle where they think you're just pushing them. We don't get it. They're the ones going through it. But the truth is, we do get it.
And sometimes getting it makes it all the harder.
And now I very much understand the person that I want to be able to be. The caregiver that I want to be able to be. I can't do it.
I wonder if you have unrealistic expectations for yourself, because that's something, there's no such thing as a perfect caregiver.
I got Dennis in a cancer group a month after his first surgery in 2004, an ostomy group. We went together. I went with him a couple times after that. Now he's like chairperson of it and everything else. It moved from, yeah. So that's what we do. You know, we don't just sit. We don't do that. We're from Pittsburgh. We don't sit around.
As the weekend evolves, the experts, with their invaluable information, make way for the emotional burden of living with metastatic disease. The heart carries a heavy load on this journey. Massage and Reiki soothe stressed muscles.
I'm very involved in most of my career with complementary and alternative medicine. And one of the things that I've learned how to do is meditation. And so I'd like to share some of those tools with you today.
Meditation reels in the mind and the body.
And just take some nice deep breaths. Just, this is where you are today. This is where you are at this moment. Nothing else matters. All of you this weekend have been given such a special gift, a very precious gift of time. Time to be together, time to be with one another, to increase the awareness of yourselves and with your partners here.
Even if this is the only time we as a group are together.
Discussions of spirituality release deep, often tender thoughts.
When the burden gets too much for everybody, then the other person picks up and carries it until we can get, strength back again. We wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for someone else helping us.
Every day, I write a daily meditation in a haiku format, and I post it to my friends on Facebook, and the last one that I posted was, "When I go deeper on a mysterious path, I discover God."
He has been my shoulder, and he has carried me, and now it's my turn. And I'm scared, but there've been a few times when we're laying in bed in that comfortable, safe womb kind of place that we have to go, that when he's scooted over close to me or something, that I've put my arm out and he's put his head on my shoulder. And it feels right.
But if it gets too painful,
We are going to come alongside you wherever you're at in your spiritual journey and support you. Because I think that's one thing we can agree on, is all of us are part of the human family, and all of us deserve to be treated with dignity, with respect, and to be valued.
it's hard navigating cancer's pathways, diagnosis, treatment, finding the stamina and support to make each day count. How fitting to find the couples in their final hour of retreat in the long, winding passages of a labyrinth. Preparing to enter, it is advised to take a moment to release and reflect. On the journey in, release concerns and quiet the mind. At the center, receive what this moment offers. On the journey out, review and reflect. And at the exit, carry the experience into your life. Or in the case of living with metastatic cancer, these couples are now better prepared for one to leave while the other stays behind.
When we look at the patient, typically we've been very good at focusing on the disease. And lately we've gotten really good at focusing on things like pain, nausea, fatigue. But we haven't yet treated the whole patient. And a patient doesn't live in a vacuum. They typically live with another person, someone that they've chosen to pass their life with. And what we wanted to do was create an environment where that couple could talk about any important issues that may exist between them that they want to talk through, they want to get guidance on. In addition, we wanted to give them additional information on nutrition. We wanted to give them additional information on financial issues that are common after one member of a couple passes. And we wanted them to do this in an environment where there are other people just like them, so they know they're not alone.
As we individualize the cancer care, we need to individualize the psychological and spiritual support. It's not only the bonding and the camaraderie, but even aspects that can be very practical. Caregiving issues and dealing with side effects of treatment, dealing with redirection of goals and family and finances, and there's a whole spectrum of aspects. Some are very practical, some are very emotional, and it's very spiritual.
So I think walking in, you have a team, but maybe a team without a plan. And walking out, you have a team with a plan. This is hitting the pause button for a weekend and allowing them to really address these specific issues in a way that they have some guidance.
We really need to think about cancer not as a disease, but it's the patient, and that's really the center. And I think that sometimes the medical profession has forgotten that with our specialization, our complexity of care, that we really need to circle back to the important aspect that it's really the patient and the family that should be the direction of how we care for patients.